Well, hey, there you are, Sonia here. Welcome to Sonia's Sermonettes. What do you do when you have found that you have lost a great deal of your freedom and you've found yourself in bondage and you do not feel comfortable, you don't feel at ease, you feel no security, you feel insecure? What does an individual do? And how many people do you think actually go through this on a daily basis? They thought it looked all right. The decisions that they made, the choices that they decided to go with, turned out to not be so pleasant, not to be so wonderful, as the songwriter says, and has been a statement for a long time, everything that glitters is not gold. You think you've made yourself a pretty good life ahead of you. You have dreams, you have goals, and you have plans. But yet something happened in the process of that. When you're young, you have many ambitions, as you well should. But when you've made choices that you have found yourself in bondage and you have no freedom like you would love to have. Years ago, I was living in a situation that was very unsettling. And I remember looking out the window, just sitting there looking out the window, thinking about freedom. And I thought about it. And I asked myself, how did I get into this situation? Was it because I was forced to make a decision? Was it because I felt there was no other choice? Now, many of you that may be listening to this have felt the same way. You felt that you didn't have a choice. And it was almost as if you were forced to do this. And I understand that. I understand people getting into situations where they thought it would work out all right for them. But somehow it didn't. Something went wrong in the process. You believed beyond. You thought yourself to believe well, and you thought those around you would believe the same way, but you found that that was not true. You found that everybody was not going to believe like you did, and have dreams, and have goals, and have a plan, and realize there's a purpose for your life, and you got yourself involved with them. And as I was looking out the window thinking about freedom, the words came to my mind, looking at freedom from a distance. And that's exactly the song that I was given to write. Looking at freedom from a distance. Looking at freedom from afar. And that's what was going on at that time. And did I feel hopeless and helpless? You better believe I did. And I wondered, why? Why me? Why did this happen? And I'm sure many of you feel that way right now. Many people suffering, hurting. And as I said in one of my videos, a song and a dance doesn't get it for people. Telling people, well, you know, we'll keep you in our thoughts, keep you in our prayers. I know we're not supposed to be helping everyone, and many people can't be helped. There's a lot of situations there's no way. But could we have a little bit of understanding for those that do? Could we have some compassion for them? Could we help them in any way? Could we make the load a little bit lighter for them? Could we go out of our way just a little bit to be supportive, to be encouraging, to understand people are suffering and hurting because of choices they made, because of decisions they thought was going to be well, and it didn't turn out that way. You had a rude awakening and a wake-up call, and there you sat, as I did that day, staring out the window. But you know what? It took a long time for me to realize that I had to make some choices myself. For me, I had to choose. I had to detach myself It's not easy getting out of a rut. The problem with many people is they call it a comfort zone. And you're used to it. It's something you're familiar with. Familiar surroundings, daily things that you do, and you get familiar with it. But I'm going to tell you one thing about a comfort zone. It's not always comfort now, is it? As you know. It's discomfort. It's unsettledness. It's unhappiness. Discontent. And it seems as if you're all alone. Now, I said all that to say this. Once you've made up your mind, I've had enough, I'm done, I cannot carry this, like the song, I cannot bear these burdens alone, and realize there is help, and it's an inner strength that you get. It's a determination that you must have. You must realize you're going to have to let it go. Just turn it loose and let it go. And once you come to that place and you realize you have a choice, you do have a choice. You do not have to live under dictatorship, controllingship, and people just dominating. You don't have to live in a situation that's unsettling. Like a lot of people have no choice. These homeless people have no choice. People just drive by, laugh at them, yell at them, make jokes about them, and what have you. And they don't have much of a choice. But there are those right now that's listening to this. You have a choice. And you've got to get a made-up mind. I am going to have my freedom. I'm taking my life back. I'm making the right choice. And the choices are hard. The decisions sometimes are difficult. But once you've had enough, when you come to that point, enough is enough. And a song and a dance is not getting it for me. Telling me I should be looking up, I should be encouraged, and I should just settle down and quieten down and get still. That's not always what you got to do. You got to take, as they said years ago, take the bull by the horn, and you got to get a made-up mind. Look, I'm in a dominant situation here. I'm in a situation that's got me in bondage. I can't even praise God or read my Bible or nothing, if that's what you're in the situation is. Or I can't even function. I'm dysfunctional. And I've had enough. And when you come to that point, there's an inner strength that you get. When you said enough is enough is enough, and I'm done. Realize this, there is a life beyond that. There is a life even after you've come out of bondage. Look forward to it. Be encouraged about it. Make a determination and a plan for your life. Focus on it. Think about it. Realize it. And make it so. And know that once you've done this, God has seen that you're no longer content with living in a routine, living in what you called a comfort zone that was not comfort at all. He'll see that. But as long as you tolerate it, as long as you put up with it, that's all it's ever going to be. Now I pray that you realize you do have choices in life. And you do have freedom. I don't care what this world says about freedom. They're always talking freedom. You have your own personal freedom. Freedom for you to feel good about what you're doing. No, every day's not going to be perfect. Nobody ever said it was. But you can feel good about your choices, and the freedom is just ahead for you. I pray today that you get a hold of this message and you realize no one should control you. No one should be dogmatic and dictating to you. Let it go and let God give you the strength. Until, dear friends, next time.